What is going on, everybody? It is Luke Beller with the Sideline Scoop, and today I want to talk about our linebacker situation because I was doing some research, and my plan for this video was basically to talk about just how good Kamal Martin has been. But as I was doing my research, I was like, wait, what happened to Blake Martinez? Because, before the season we were talking about Christian Kirksey and whether or not, he would be an upgrade or not to Blake Martinez, and I haven't really taken a look at sort of how Blake Martinez has played so far on the Giants this year. And as I was doing research, I realized that he's playing much better than he was on this Packers defense. Last year on the Packers defense, if you take a look at his PFF grade, he had a 57.9 grade. He goes to the Giants, and now he's a 75.6 grade. So last year he was ranked as a 53rd linebacker, and this year he has moved all the way up to the 9th graded linebacker in the NFL. And so that begs the question, what happened with Blake Martinez? Did he suddenly become a lot better? Or maybe was his Packers defense and Mike Pettin maybe misusing Blake Martinez? And so I came across this old article sort of that came out when Blake Martinez decided to sign with the Giants as he was a free agent. They signed him to a 3-year, $30 million deal, $10 million a year. And he sort of talked about when he signed with the Giants that he was just unhappy with how the Packers were using him because he said that they told him that he was taught and told to be the cleanup guy. So it sort of seems that he was told to lay back, sort of let Zadarius Smith and Preston Smith, work up front and then sort of clean up whatever they do. And he seemed to not be happy with basically how the Packers had used him, and he was basically able to come out and say that because he was no longer on the Packers. So obviously, if he's on the Packers, he's probably not going to come out and sort of say that kind of thing. So when he goes to the Giants, he comes out and says that. And so the year after he says that he's being misused, he goes on to be having a great season with this Giants team. And if we take a look at this tweet right here, sort of talking about the same situation Blake Martinez was talking about, it says, Martinez says he had no gap responsibilities in Green Bay this past season and was basically told by defensive coordinator Mike Pettin to play off whatever Zadarius and Preston Smith did up front. So it makes you question, what's going on with this Packers defense? Because obviously we've had trouble at times stopping the run. When it comes to, yards per attempt, I think we're still ranked like 20-something, maybe 21st in the NFL. And so it begs the question, are the Packers linebackers being misused? Is it possible that maybe they're more talented than maybe they're playing because of the way that they're being told to play off the ball, just based off of what Blake Martinez had said? Because obviously maybe it's not the case. Maybe Blake Martinez was not being 100% truthful, but I don't know why he wouldn't be. And sort of to see how much he has improved this season on a new team, it just begs the question, sort of what's going on here. And then a couple other stats to look at from Blake Martinez that are pretty interesting. So in 2016 and 2017, he was playing really good against the run. In 2016, he does 74 grade out of 100 against the run. 2017, he has an 88 grade out of 100 against the run. So playing really good against the run. And then Mike Pettin comes in 2018, and in that year, Blake Martinez's run defense, his grade drops to a 47, from an 88 to a 47. And in 2019 as well, he has a 58 grade. And after he leaves his Packers defense so far this year, he has a 73 grade against the run. So maybe those things aren't really correlated, but it's just interesting to see that he's been good against the run in every single season except for the 2 years that he is playing under Mike Pettin, and to see sort of what he had to say about the way that he was used, sort of playing more passive, not really being able to utilize all of his gifts and all of his skill sets, basically. It's just sort of interesting to see. And so far this season, if we take a look at Christian Kirksey, and sort of how he's performed this year as a Packers linebacker, he is ranked 83rd out of 89 linebackers with a 39.9 grade. So obviously, maybe bringing in Christian Kirksey wasn't the best idea, but of course, you never know how a player is going to play. Sometimes you can't get every single player right. So Christian Kirksey hasn't really had a great season so far this year. And so if we sort of take a look at the other linebackers play for the Green Bay Packers and sort of how they performed this season, it seems that, whenever we heard that Zadarius Smith went and talked to Mike Pettin, it seems that since that point, the Packers defense has really been on more of a roll. They seem to be playing a lot more aggressive, and I wonder if, Mike Pettin basically giving the freedom to, be a little more aggressive, play a little harder, has really changed the way that this defense is functioning. And maybe what Blake Martinez was saying about the linebackers being, misutilized, maybe that's starting to change. I don't really know. It's a little bit of speculation, but it's sort of interesting to sort of think about. So with Christian Kirksey not really playing great this season, Chris Barnes has started to get a lot more playing time alongside Kamal Martin. In last game, Chris Barnes had his best game of the season, and so maybe the Packers have figured out the problem with linebacker. I'll be curious to hear your guys' thoughts on the situation. Do you think Blake Martinez playing well in the Giants is because he just randomly, improved his skill set, or do you think he was being misused by this Packers defense And do you think the Packers defense is misusing linebackers? Because of course, everyone has an opinion on the situation. I just thought this was sort of something interesting to see because we were wondering how would Blake Martinez be as compared to Christian Kirksey. Obviously, Martinez is playing a lot better than Christian Kirksey. So I'll be curious to hear your guys' thoughts on the situation. Is it the player or is it the defense, the defensive coordinator? I'll be curious to hear your guys' thoughts down below. But that is going to be all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you smash the like button down below. And if you want to see some more Packers content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I post pretty much every single day. So that's going to be all for today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.